This is from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no longer them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I got that day. Remember when me tell you say I got that day. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you go like a Papa Nuku. Oh, them they were bonito. Me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro. Me tell you what I day. Oh, we just fall on the rest of man. I tell you what I am. Me never give up. Me tell them so.
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together. No retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, we'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front. Without food, without guns. For our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes. We want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history, that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bummed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes of our fallen heroes.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a gas, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for me, for the freedom of my unborn child. We live for the
the flag in the air. Never be afraid. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is. We must revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.
Biafrans reject the global conspiracy against the Biafran people. At this moment, we use this media to demand the unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Mazi, Ekpa, Joko, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long now. They say they are investigating, and it's been months up to now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand the immediate release, the unconditional release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Ekpa. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never, ever accept it. It doesn't matter how they try to paint it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the world is silent, watching the atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Mazi Ekpa is only asking for the freedom of his own people. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent life that are being wasted away. Free Mazi Ekpa now.
Na tulaje bano mabuli vemelem. Atibe kuena tulane bovo. Timalugo no nugodo kokodo nyano be hule. Dani moda tunilu. Na ya kalakala kwa lerinu mwangulu. Ngula batali waso jere futa mbaka njuba diali. Mama abulezi okwenu. Na baka la keluego nezi enwe. N'ụbọchị akala keluego n'odezi. Maka na baba nenu waralu n'unuteyi. Umu Biafra kunyenwe. Umu Biafra kunyenwe. Onanu kwani mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe. Ono nenu lila tono na nagulugu senyi tono nugu banatai. Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo. Makana njuko no 1 million no we bofu wa mabulezi okwe. Naka ni kwata million kepa wacha sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule be wero tamanu. Umu Biafra kuyenwe. Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo. Makano fobi abakama. La nugo no way. Umu Biafra na bekele umunina. Nkabo nkanyi. Mwa adati na ijele wanyi bekele mi. Akwage bulu kwekere na fande otu Biafra is our hope. And the Biafra is our religion. Nkodi na wata chieza muno bibu onye iwere ya. Wesi ya kene rugio. Adubagwo chukwo. Ikemba one of Biafra land mongwem. Adawuneli akala ya dike. Ụmụafọ ndị Igbo jiri dị ebube bịa n'ebe ichebele mmanwụ be m. Abụzikwa odogwu eji mara Igbo niile. Odogwu eji mara Biafra bịa. Odumegwu Chukwu. Papa gị si ekene lụgị Filipu Efiong. Abụzikwa nwoke kwuru okwu wee kwụsị okwu si na Biafra ya ekunye. Na ya bụ Biafra ya tụrụ ugo wee nata. Mana bụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekunyigo. N'ọkụ ọgụlị nwata n'aka na ele. Ọba gị si ekene lụgị onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Amadike Biafra kedu ebe ị nọ? Amadike Biafra bịa n'ụlọ.
For the simple reason that she has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of
Ọba gị bụ ofu onye tiri ndị iro mgbada nwụrụ ahụ n'isi.
accused from my case and cannot try my case.
Amadike.
There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not
Amadike bụ
know.
mmanwụ ndị
It is
iro.
my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you.
Emekene gị na.
Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I
N'isi
sent a
ekene
petition to
lụgị
NJC
Biafra COS Dr. Ngozi Ọrabueze bịa keneli o. Abụzikwa oke nwaanyị gị ka mụ na-akpọ n'ama.
for personal gain.
Ada Biafra n'Idọtọ.
Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges.
Ezi na-eme obi ụmụ ya bịa ngwa ngwa
They
o.
told them.
Nwoke dị na nwaanyị bịa n'ụlọ
That if they complete
unu.
me, this is what happens.
Isi ka n'ụmụ Biafra kwụ gị n'azụ.
Nobody wants to do
Maka na akwụdola eze ochie n'ụwa ịmalụgo enu.
That's the problem.
Na gidigidi bụ ugwu eze ọma bụrụ eziokwu.
They sent her to my case.
Akwa gị si ike kenelu gị ndị Biafra gọọmenti niile. Ndị nọ na exile cabinet bịa n'ụlọ unu mwe. Ọnụ ekene unu o, jisinu ike nu. Na Chukwu na ndị a na ya agba unu ume. Maka na onye sụrụ ọbịa ya atọ ka anyị malụgo enu eyi. Jisienu ike. Ekenelu m ndị Biafran Liberation Army ụmụ Chukwu. Ndị Angels of Biafra land bịa kenenu eyi. The great oracles of Biafra na nanụ unu eyi. Ọnụ ekene unu n'ama. Nanụ jisi ike n'ọrụ. Na Chukwu ya gba unu ume. Ụmụ Chukwu. Ụmụ Chukwu ene. Asị ekenelu ya the Prime Minister H.E. Mazi Simon Ekpa. Abụzikwa ọbata obi yo. Otu adịrị ụmụ Biafra bịa n'ụlọ n'ụlọ. Anụ nganga mpi oche mbe wile nna me. Mmiri na-arị ugwu bịa o. Kudu akọ mmiri na-akwa n'olu. Mmụọ na-akpọ akpụ bịa keneli o. Ọdọgịrị dị m. Ose furu ndị ilo bịa n'ụlọ n'uwe. Makwale n'aka ụsa dị mma n'anya. Mgbe eji mụ agụ ka onye ilo si n'ọdịrọ nkasị onye ilo ya tinye isi onye ilo wee walọsọ. Abụzikwa nwa ọbata obi ihe. Ọgada gidi dike bịa n'ụlọ. Mgbe eji ekwela n'ihe rie. Onyinye Chukwu nyere ndị Biafra na n'ụlọ. N'ụlọ bụ ekele gị. Asị m ụlọ ya dịrị ndị Biafra niile na mma o. Asị na ya dịrị ụlọ niile na mma. Ma
Mandanye na bono mweno utelanyi welien. Mandanye na bono nudonu nongwe. Makana mbona boke kwena bonike. Aboya na no, aboya long. No before the belly dead no one I believe MLM. A good legacy will last forever, I believe MLM. And the remembrance of my bless you.
Welcome each and every one of you, and as I do welcome you, as always, I will ask you to welcome those around you. I welcome you by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, because unlike any other, this very broadcast, simulcast on multiple platforms this very day, morning, noon, or night, depending on where you are, is being relayed right across the face of this very planet Earth. A lot of people are watching, a lot of people are listening, and many of you will be blessed as a result of it. And as I do welcome you, please endeavor, or should I say, try to welcome other people as well. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. Regardless of where you are, as I said earlier, we are welcoming you, and we are going to pray as it is customary for us to do here. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you, and before we proceed, we are going to pray. As it is usual with us here on this platform, we pray because we are nothing without the Almighty. We are going to offer praise and adoration to Him as always, and I will, of course, should I say, unfailingly pray in the language of heaven. Some may misunderstand, some of them may try to misconstrue, but one thing is certain right now, in the presence of the Almighty God, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai in heaven, the angels are singing, worshiping, and praising the Most High with the very oldest language on the face of this very earth, the Igbo language. And that's how I'm going to pray. Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ ime ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọ bụla ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọ bụla ya bụ ọka aka ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tuo oge ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịgị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọbịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt, kwetu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị niile anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtụ na eji ama mgbe niile, n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị onwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nzọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwanyị akpa isi ala nye, ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasisi wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụghị ikuni ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala ọkwa n'iyi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke, mana onwe onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi, mara ebi ka a na-arịọ gị. Ise ise ise. Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed unfailingly and very speedily to preach this very gospel that we have been mandated to preach this very day, because heaven and earth will bear us witness. Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots,
They did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
I want to let the world understand what the so-called founding fathers of the Zoological Republic actually said about Nigeria. Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs. They do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. Nigerian unity is only a British invention. Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, 1948, a founding father of Nigeria. The second one, Nigeria is not a nation. It is a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh or French. The word Nigeria is a mere distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria and those who do not. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, 1947. Now, lastly, let me tell you what Nnamdi Azikiwe said in 1964 after the so-called independence of Nigeria. It is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace and not in pieces. Then, should the politicians fail to heed this warning, then I will venture the prediction that the experience of the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is Katanga, will be a chance play if ever it comes to our turn to play such a tragic role. These are the historical facts that nobody can deny. We have it in abundance. So, their three founding fathers have, none of them actually believed in one Nigeria. All their founding fathers. But tomorrow now, you see Guardian write the founding father. Our founding fathers will be disappointed. But your founding fathers never believed in one Nigeria. It is here now.
The path we are pursuing is a path of pressure, relentless pressure to ensure that Biafra comes. How are we going to employ that pressure? There are only two ways to get your freedom in the history of the whole world. Freedom can be gotten only two ways. One is through the ballot box. In other words, people will contest and they will have Biafra Nationalist Party. Yes, as they have in Scotland. And then we vote for them. When they then go to the house or maybe go to Abuja, they will say, we are here under the mandate of Biafra Nationalist Party. Because of that, we want to go and conduct a referendum in order for us to be free. The other way, you fight. Either you go through the ballot box or you fight. Which option are we choosing? We have chosen to fight.
All right. So we are reading from the book of Obadiah from chapter 1 from verse 10. He said, for violence against your brother Jacob, for violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever. Are you all listening? Let me repeat it again. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10, say, for violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever. All of you have seen the way the people who claim to be fighting for Biafra, you know that this is a special week we are, okay? What has happened today? Some of them, all the things they have done in the past, they have gone back to it and start taking glory. They are taking glory. After they wage violence against their own brother. Let me read from 11. In this one, go to Nigeria. In the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that you stood on the other side,
in the day that strangers carried captive his forces, when foreigners entered his gate and cast lot for Jerusalem, even you were as one of them. Hey! Are you people following? The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 11, say, in the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that strangers, Fulani government and their politicians, strangers carried captive his forces, when strangers entered his gate, when strangers entered our land and they cast lots for Jerusalem, even you, the people that claim they are fighting for Biafra, even you were one of them. Even you were one of the strangers. Even you were one of those who have come to carry the forces captive. You are
one thing people don't know is that we, this current generation fighting for Biafra liberation, we understood something that many people don't understand in the past. We understand that power, every power, is given by God. So why do you discriminate other power, whether evil or good? I want you to understand that this particular freedom we are fighting, if we do not push Nigeria out of our land, we will never have peace. Nobody ever thought of why the devil, why the Satan, or whatever it's called, why was Satan pushed from the heaven to earth? For peace to be in heaven, for peace to reign. Because if devil or Satan is still in heaven, according to Bible, do you think you'll be struggling to go to heaven today for Christians? You will not. Nigeria said it's going to be a London to what the heaven will look like. If devil is Satan is still there. So I want people to think towards this particular. So it is the same thing with Nigeria. Any time and any day you wake up in Biafra land and see there is still a presence of Nigeria in Biafra territory, there will never be peace. So we must chase Nigeria away, just the way God chased Satan from heaven. Back to where they come from. Everything in Nigeria, we will remove them. Educational system will be removed. Even the religious, the way they worship in Nigeria, oh my God, you need to see our constitution. So what I'm saying is starting from the constitution of the Biafra, the United States of Biafra. So we need to chase Nigeria just like they chase Satan from heaven to wherever they belong to, for peace to reign and return in our land.
The foundation for the liberation and independence of Biafra has been laid by this government, and it is very, very strong. We build this particular foundation of the liberation on solid rock. Are you not seeing it? We are not shaking. I am standing very, very strong, making sure that I'm taking the bullet that they are firing at Biafra people, because their target is you. They believe that once they take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of the way, they will come for all of you. That is exactly what is happening in other parts of Nigeria, because nobody is there to stand on the way for them. And they are annihilating people, killing them, sending them to IDP camp. I told them, you see this face, okay, deceive very well. They will deceive you. The momentum of the Biafra liberation today have necessitated all the discussion you see. Everybody is talking. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why are they keeping him? Some of them claim that he was not fighting the way I'm fighting, but you kidnap him. Some of them are now addressing him as a gentleman. But you went and they kidnapped a gentleman. They say, oh, he's more reasonable. He's not, but you kidnapped him. What were you thinking? All of them contributed money. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was speaking, it was their headache. They couldn't sleep every day. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he's destroying Alibo. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he's doing this, he's doing that. Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer destroying Alibo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer causing problem. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer is the good man. Is the only man now that is very reasonable. And I have not even started. Because you see what Agaku Nigeria Igwe.
Agaku Nigeria Igwe. And you know the next level is by taking all their terrorist barracks, taking all the government houses. That is the next level we will go because it is part of the defense of our land. These places are places where the attack against our people are being planned.
Most of you who claim you own businesses everywhere in Nigeria, for that reason, you want everybody to die. Nobody is above death. Death is going to visit everybody. Just have to pray that you live and make impact in this life. The impact that matters now, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is not the impact to make people millionaires. It is impact to make people to be alive. It is impact to make people to feel secure. It is impact to make people feel they are free. That is the biggest impact you can make. Millions are going to come. People will become millionaires when they are alive. Of what use is it? You make somebody millionaire today and tomorrow he died by gunshot from Fulani. Of what use will it be to the society? You pick up somebody and send him abroad and he come back to Nigeria and police will kill him. It is happening every day. Why do you want to continue to be part of a country like that? Why?
Only one, under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who and who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out. So this moment is ordained to happen so that Biafrans will know who is who in this restoration process. So I want us to know, Biafrans, that there are people that are being used to scuttle the independent state of Biafra. You all remember during Uwazulike's time, they come in different format. During Nnamdi Kanu's time, they came in different format. During Simon Ekpa's time, they are here now in a different format. Biafrans, use your tongue and count your teeth. The Southeast governors, South governors, we continue to use these individuals to make it look as if there is a parallel government. There is no parallel government. There's only one United States of Biafra.
Exactly.
This thing you see they are doing, that is what Tinubu and Bianco Ojukwu has paid them to do. When you support them, you are supporting the destruction of the mandate. And what is the mandate? I want to explain what the mandate is. Those of you that have listened to the voice recording that was sent, where the Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, has said that we, I know he called me, but it is all of us, we must protect the mandate. That voice recording is pinned on my Twitter space. Go and listen, my Twitter page. Go and listen to that. Protect the mandate. Keep it separate from all the crazy shit they do. Protect the restoration of the United States of Biafra. That is the message from our Prime Minister Obatobie Simon Ekpa.
Mandate.
Whatever they are doing, whether they are doing IPOB, whether they are doing Briggy, whether they are doing whatever, the Prime Minister have told us, protect the mandate. And what is the mandate? When I ask this individual the question, what is mandate? What is mandate? I asked, there are two questions. Is it the New Dimension mandate? Is it the United States of Biafra Declaration?
United States
And
of
this
Biafra
individual
Declaration.
told me, both. Both. Go and listen to that voicemail. She said, both. That was the message from our Prime Minister. Both. What does both mean? Both means the New Dimension mandate and the United States of Biafra. The Prime Minister have told us to specifically protect that mandate. Nobody must go near. Nobody should tamper with that.
Mm-hmm.
And the that you are supporting Nigerian government in any way, either in the Nigerian army, Nigerian police, Nigerian security, Nigerian immigration. The PM has said today, we are not against you, but if you wear the Nigerian uniform representing Nigerian government in Biafra land, you are going to pay the price, and you're going to pay the ultimate price for supporting a terrorist government that is in Biafra land. These are terrorists that kill our people, maim our people, burn our houses, burn our businesses, burn our homes in Biafra territory. If you are one of them, you have yourself to blame. If you are wearing any Nigerian uniform, Nigerian military uniform, Nigerian police uniform, Nigerian security uniform, sorry is your name. We have no prison, we have no jail. If you are caught inside Biafra land, you are gone.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me on today's program. I appreciate everyone that has connected wherever you are connecting from. Please like and share the program on your platform, share to family and friends, share to everyone that is close to you. Let us spread this message so that we can get across to everyone out there. It is very important that we carry everybody along. For the sake of those who are coming to our platform for the very first time, or those who are going to come across the video for the very first time, this platform where you're watching this program is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nandekam. Today, under the leadership of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oraboeze. That is where we are. In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people or individuals. We don't come here to attack any race or religion. What we do in this platform is to present the case of Biafra before the whole world, to tell the world what is exactly going on in Biafran territory, to tell the world what is happening in Nigeria, to tell the world the activities of the terrorist government of Nigeria, how they sponsor terrorists against their own citizens, how they have handed over governance to the hand of the terrorists in Nigeria. These are what we expose in this very platform. In this platform, we come here to debunk every lie that have been told against the Biafran people. The lies that have been told against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. The lies they have told against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nandekam. The lies they have told against the Biafran people. In this platform, we debunk them all and throw them to trash where they belong. In this platform, we bring out the truth and we defend humanity. Everyone that is genuinely seeking for freedom, as long as you love freedom, it does not matter your race, your location, your ideology, your belief. You're welcome here. As long as you are genuinely seeking for freedom. That is why we are here. We are here to demand and present the Biafra to the whole world. Biafra is the youngest nation in the world today. A country that was redeclared on the 29th of November 2024. So Biafra is the youngest country in the world today, in case you do not know. This is a country that have existed from 1967 onwards to 1970. Nigerian government and its ally, the British, the French, the Russians, to an extent the United States fought against Biafra for 3 good years. Committed genocide, crime against humanity, starved children to death, millions of children died as a result of the starvation that was imposed in Biafra land by these people who call themselves the world powers. But up to today, nobody has been held accountable. Instead, they celebrate those who participated actively in that genocidal act in Biafra land. And that is why we see the atrocities against Biafran people as a global conspiracy. There is no best way to describe what is going on in Biafra land except conspiracy, a global conspiracy. The whole world has conspired against the Biafran people. Through the bribery of Nigerian government, they have been able to maneuver their way to turn the world against the Biafran people. That is why the world look away when there is human rights abuse against the Biafrans. It is not regarded as human rights abuse. When there is genocide against the Biafrans, the world look away, and they do not count it as human rights abuse nor genocide. Taking the life of a Biafran person does not matter anymore. Nobody talks about it. Nobody reports it. And the conspiracy has gone wild. Nigeria has been able to make their way through the wealth in Biafra land to buy other countries of the world to turn against Biafra. But I bet you, are we going to stop? We are not going to stop. We are not going to stop because our freedom lies in our hand and we are going to get our freedom. It does not matter what they say, how they say it. Our freedom is sure and we will definitely be free. That is why we come online on a daily basis to educate Biafrans to continue to stand and demand for their freedom. Self-determination is not a crime. That is what we are demanding for, self-determination. Self-defense is not a crime. We also have the right to life. So when anybody comes to blackmail you, to make you afraid and scared of asking for your freedom by either calling you a terrorist or whatever, do not bother yourself. Instead, take that as a badge of honor and continue doing what you are doing. So we must continue to pursue our freedom until our land is completely free. We know that Biafra has been restored, redeclared, as Biafra has been redeclared on the 29th of November, and the government of Biafra is working tirelessly to reach out to other nations of the world and ask for recognition. That process is ongoing, even though it will take some time, but it's going to come. The recognition is going to come. And while we are pursuing the recognition, we are also defending our land in Biafra land. Defending our land because we cannot just fold our hands and allow the enemies to continue to take innocent lives. Many of you have seen so many videos recently, which I cannot be able to share with you here on social media because of the restrictions we have. We cannot be able to share certain videos. But I believe many of you must have seen these videos as it's making around how the terrorist government is still committing genocide in Biafra land. The latest one we saw was the one they threw bomb in a family house, in a home where people were living. In that video, some of you that have watched it, you can see that video, it wasn't in a thick forest. It wasn't a forest. That place does not look like a camp. That is in a village where people are living. The army opened fire and took the life of a man with his children. Members of the family died at the spot. That is what we see. Innocent children who were eating and playing outside, they took their life. The military took their life. And when you watch that video, you hear the cry, the tears of the mother and the parents, you begin to wonder, for how long are we going to fold our hands and continue to share such videos? For how long will we continue to complain and only bring videos of our people who are being murdered and share? It is because of this atrocity that Mazi Simon Ekpa woke up and said enough is enough. Because the only option that we have been given is to defend ourselves. The only option we have is to defend ourselves. The self-defense they are preaching today everywhere in that country is what Mazi Simon Ekpa embarked on. And he was defending Biafra land effectively. But unfortunately, the global conspiracy kicked in again and he was taken away from our midst. Our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa has not committed any crime. International law supports every single thing he was doing. He never disobeyed any law. He went according to law. He was able to present evidence why he was doing what he was doing to Finland authority even before he started. But today, the same Finland pretend not to know why Mazi Simon Ekpa was doing what he was doing. They pretend not to know that Mazi Simon Ekpa is an activist. They pretend about that and they detain Mazi Simon Ekpa up to this moment without any information, without any indictment. There are videos going around. We have seen videos where our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa was talking to the Finnish authority. He didn't make it secret. It was an open thing before ever he started. Each time he went there, he shared the video and we saw it. When he went to their presidents to submit the letter, we saw him. When he submitted to the House, we saw him. When he was addressing some of the lawmakers over there in Finland, we saw it. And each time when he talked to them, he was coming out with points. But today, they pretend not to get all those informations, and they say they're investigating. That is how corrupt the world can be. That is how corrupt the West can be to protect their interests. When it comes to their interests, they throw humanity to the dustbin. As long as their interest is protected, they do not care anymore. They do not want to talk about morality anymore. They don't want to talk about justice anymore. They feel they are free to behave the way they want and do whatever they want and get away with it. But that is a lie. Wherever you are watching this program from, if you're a Biafran, you have to know that we have a task ahead. Remember, each time I come on this platform to do a program, it is always an interactive section. A section where you can join me and we interact with the world. That is why I drop the link on the comment section. If anybody out there want to join me on today's program, please try as much as possible to click the link on the comment section and I will bring you in. The floor is open for everybody, regardless your ideology, your belief, your thoughts. The floor is open. All you need to do is to go to the comment section and click the link. But when you're coming in, try to appear in a decent manner, please. Appear in a decent manner. That will warrant us to bring you in. And also make sure whatever you want to say it in a very civil manner. Be civil in your argument, in your question, in your thought. You are entitled to your opinion. I'm not trying to gag you, but I'm saying that when you come on to speak in a civil manner so that others can understand you. The essence of communication is that the next person will understand. But if you're communicating and people do not understand what you're saying because of your cuss word or your appearance, you are not making an impact. You're only wasting your time. So I wouldn't want you to waste your time on this platform. Once you come in, speak in a civil manner so that we can digest what you're saying and respond accordingly. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you are watching from, I welcome you once again in this special day. You know that the day is special, and today is Monday. Monday is a very special day to we Biafran. That's why you see the topic there. Monday, sit at home with USB, as civil disobedience remains the most effective weapon to evict Nigerian government. Civil disobedience, sit at home, remains the most effective weapon to evict Nigerian government in Biafran territory. If you doubt that, you can come up, click the link and come up and tell us what you think. Today being Monday, Biafra land is under lock and key. This is a decision that has been made by all Biafrans to continue to observe sit at home until Mazi can release and all the political prisoners, Biafran political prisoners, are released. We will continue to demand for their release. And it does not matter what people say. It does not matter what they do. It does not matter where they are. Everyone should pay attention and listen carefully. Do not be deceived. The restoration of Biafra cannot be stopped. The restoration of Biafra cannot be stopped. Whether you believe it or you do not believe it, even if you are a paid agent to stop it, I'm just giving you a word of advice for you to stop wasting your time. You see restoration of Biafra, it must happen. When we started the sit at home, they tried everything they can to stop it. They blackmailed it. They went ahead to enforce it. And they want to use it to blackmail Biafrans. But we stood our ground and we didn't move with that blackmail. Today, Biafrans are sitting at home without being forced. Then they were accusing our Prime Minister, Mazi, of enforcing sit at home. Today, who is enforcing it? It's been 5-6 months counting, and people are sitting at home even more than before. But initially they said it was Simon Ekpa. Everywhere it was Simon Ekpa. But I can bet you Biafrans know what is going on. People are responding because of what is happening. The atrocities of Nigerian government in Biafran territory cannot be overemphasized. It is very glaring and clear before the whole world. We have provided evidence, numerous evidence on video, audio, pictures of the atrocities of Nigerian government against us. But yet, the global conspiracy continue to play a role because of their interests. They want to continue to milk Biafra land, take our resources without being measured. But I bet you it's not going to last for too long. It's not going to last for too long because Biafra will be restored fully, very, very soon. So wherever you are watching me from, today is a special day. That day we demand for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And as you know, our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be coming on court by next tomorrow, 14th. His coming in the call for next tomorrow is for the cross-examination of the witness. The cross-examination of the witness. You and I know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not committed any crime. He's an innocent man. He has been innocent for all the day long. And that was why he was able to move and do what he was doing. He was in the UK preaching the gospel of Biafra, gospel of unity and peace. He was in UK demanding for the unconditional release of the Biafran people to have their own nation. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was never arrested one day. He was not even called in for questioning because he was doing the right thing. And that is one thing I found out. Some of us are the source of our problem. African countries need to wake up. If you want to be free, you need to be prepared. If you want to be free, you need to be prepared and ready to make sacrifice. You need to prepare. But it is sad that the leaders, politicians in Africa are allowing the colonial master to use them and manipulate them to do what they cannot do in their own country. You see the Western government sponsoring what they cannot be able to do in their own part of the world. But in Africa, they throw it, and the criminal leaders who are selfish and self-centered buy into it. What they can do in their own side, that is what they permit. I said that in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even though Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in the UK for more than a decade broadcasting, the UK government never deemed it fit to go and arrest him. They never called him in, not even for questioning. But they were busy seeking for opportunity for him to go to another country so that they can be able to do their evil work in that country. Something they cannot do in their land because they always want to present themselves as clean. They want to present themselves as sane. That is why they cannot do certain things in their land. They sponsored, they supported, in all angles, they supported the kingdom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because if not, there's no way a British citizen will be facing human rights abuse and the government will be silent. There's no way a British citizen will be facing human rights abuse and the British government will do nothing about it. It is because they are involved in it. It is because they are fully involved. What they cannot do in their country, that is what they support in Africa. The same thing is happening on the case of what they call him, Ibrahim Traore today. Ibrahim Traore today is trying to save his own people. He's trying to give an example to African leaders on how to live. But who are the people that are fighting against him today? It is the same Africans. They are using and trying to use their neighbors, African neighbors, to attack Burkina Faso. A man that has not committed any crime simply because he wants to make his own country okay for people to be able to live in. They are planning different kinds of evil, plotting different kinds of attack in all angles against him. But I tell you, it does not matter how they plan and how they do it, they will fail and they will never succeed. It is sad that the people that are leading this atrocity more especially is the Nigerians. The Nigerian government is in the forefront of committing human rights abuse on different applications. They will always buy into the idea. That is sad. And that is one reason why we don't want to be part of that contraption. A government that is manipulated by the West, a puppet of the West that is used to control the resources in Africa. We cannot continue to allow them. We cannot. We want to have our nation, protect our nation and protect our boundary and make it what it should be. And we are going to do it without begging anybody for support. We're going to do it by ourselves. We're going to do it the way we want. We will defend our land unapologetically. They are going to try to stop us. Definitely they will try. But no matter how they try, wherever you are as a Biafran, continue to stand strong. Continue to stand strong. The Egyptian you see today, very soon you shall see them no more. Sometimes when you look at the challenges ahead of us, you get scared. Sometimes when you look at what we are facing, you begin to imagine, when will this be over? But I bet you very, very soon it is going to be over. And the Biafrans will rejoice. Do not allow anything to discourage you or distract you. Do not. A lot will be going on. You are going to be hearing a lot of things in the future. But no matter what you see or what you hear, don't allow that to discourage you. Always focus on that which is right. As long as you are focused, we will be here. Then we come. I will be here. Then we go. They will never succeed, no matter how they try. Wherever you are watching this program from today, I want you to understand that every one of us have a responsibility. There is something we can do. When it comes to the restoration of Biafra, there is something every one of us could do. Every one of us, there is something that we can do. Do not say you can't do this or you can't do that. There is something every one of us will do. And it's left for you to choose that area where you know you can perform. There are some people who are sharing information on media, just as I'm doing. Those of you that help us to share our programs, you join programs and you make your contributions, those are jobs that you're doing. There are also some who are blessed financially and they are supporting the restoration of Biafra financially the best way they can. There is something. And there are people who are evangelizing on the ground. Evangelizing on the ground, creating awareness. There are also some people who are fighting in the forefront in a liberation army. These are areas you must choose somewhere to belong. You must be somewhere to make something happen. Don't be an OES member. There must be something you are doing because the enemies we are up against are too many. There are too many. There are too many. And as long as this world is concerned, there are people that control it. There are forces that control the world. And these forces that control the world are fighting against us. But by the grace of Chukwu, we shall overcome them. Not only overcome them, we shall destroy them. So do not relent in your effort wherever you are. Remain consistent, focus. Don't allow any propaganda of the enemy to get you. I know they are not going to stop. It does not matter how they try. Please do not pay attention to them. Continue to be focused, and I bet you we will overcome. Nigeria has never been a country that was meant to succeed. Nigeria is something that was put together by the British to serve their own selfish interests. What is their interest? To extract the resources from your land and to build their nation. Whatever the British is doing in Nigeria today is not for the interest of the Hausas, not for the interest of the Yorubas, and not for the interest of the Igbos or Efik or Ijo, or any indigenous tribe in that contraption. The British will never do anything for your interests. What they do is to put their own interests first. But they come with the manipulation of making you to feel that they are working for you. That is where they bring in the divide and rule. And you see people measuring their success based on the failure of their brother. Today, a Yoruba man feels successful when he's ahead of an Igbo man. An Hausa man feels successful when he's ahead of Igbo man. One tribe feels they are successful when they are ahead of others. That is how they measure their success. And that is why they continue in their divisiveness, that whenever they see the truth, they look away. And the only way we can avoid this nonsense and build a real nation is for us to go our separate ways. We cannot continue to protect what a white man comes from a place, from his own home, and begin to create something that never existed. After creating it, it's forcing you to obey it and stay in it. And some of you are defending it. Some of you are confessing it. Something that does not belong to you, was not made for your good. Something that was made to be against you, to make sure it keeps you impoverished. You are supporting it. And you are fighting against those who want to set you free, who want to make you have genuine freedom. Well, I wish you all good luck, as many as are indulging in that. But I bet you, when the time comes, be ready, because there will be consequence for everything that you have done. There will be consequence. I want us to listen to this very video for you to see when we talk about the atrocities of the British and their unwillingness to let Nigeria succeed. It didn't start today. From the origin, from the onset, the plan was not to make Nigeria succeed. It was to make Nigeria impoverished and remain submissive to the colonial master. And they are still fighting today, using the caliphate to make sure that that's their template continue to play on. Let's listen to this.
Successful country. We were dreaming very big, but the structures with which we were dreaming were already in trouble. Things started falling apart when Nigerian governments began that process of eliminating other Nigerians from the process of governance, ensuring that what belonged to particular groups of people, we are denying them, the active destruction of the advantages certain people possessed just in order to exercise power without having any practical goals in mind began. It began too early, which is to say, by 1960, the idea of smashing the opposition, of ensuring that people do not overdream, had started in Nigeria. I mean, I always start by saying what went wrong began when Nigerians started sharing the loot of independence. And it was agreed by the ruling coalition that some region would have to be excluded and some region must take over as many jobs as possible, and then all the developmental directions were simply seized by the leading party. Once you did that, Nigeria simply became an environment in which the struggle for sharing was more important than the production of value.
So you have had it. You know, sometimes when we make our illustrations on social media, they say, oh, they are talking on social media. They don't know what they are saying. But almost everything that we have said on social media, people come to their conventional media and repeat the same thing in their studios. This is done in channel television, and you see what the man is saying. That Nigeria was never, ever programmed to success. It was never programmed to succeed. It was programmed in such a way that it will bring chaos. It was programmed in such a way that it will keep people enslaved forever. And that is why we have seen it. And that is the source of the division you see today. That is the source of failure you've seen today. That is the source. Because it is premeditated. The British planned it that these people who are from different identity, different region and different country will be matched together and will make sure that they never go away. The West came together and made this plan. And I bet you, just as you said, Obama said when he was there, that they must do everything possible to keep Nigeria together. When you see them say they will do everything to keep Nigeria together, it is not for the benefit of the Nigerians, it's for their own interest. When you see a Western government telling you that they will do everything to keep Nigeria together, do you think it is for you? Do you think it is for the betterment of the citizens? It is not for the betterment of the citizens. It is for their own selfish interest, because they know that when we divide ourselves along tribal lines, that we'll see success, we'll see peace, we'll see development, and we'll respect each other. But they wouldn't want that. All they want is chaos. That was why Mazi Nandekan came to make sure Biafrans and the rest of the Zoological Republic people know what they're supposed to do. Now you see why they are fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu right, left, and center. It is because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have broken that chain. That chain that said that Nigeria is indissoluble, that the zoo must be together. Today, the Middle Belters want to go their separate ways. The Hausas want to be on their own. The Yorubas want to be on their own. And the Biafrans, of course, are now on their own. A sovereign state seeking for recognition. And I bet you, no matter what they do, no matter their plans, they will never stop us. We are gone and we are gone. And there's no going back. They can continue to push their propaganda and blackmail. It's up to them. Just like they are cooking up their charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. Every lie they have told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, when they are playing video of 2015. They played videos of 2015, the brokers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 2015 and during the NSAS. They accuse Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of so many things. Those things they accuse Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are things that are false. There are evidence online and offline to show that when they are accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are all false. And most of them, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself have debunked them. Most of them, the governor of Imo State was in the forefront to speak. But yet, they continue to pretend that they didn't hear it. They continue to throw the case to the court. They continue to drag it. And they want to break us. It is sad. It is sad, but people that have conscience, it is time to rise up. If you care about humanity and you are hearing about Nigeria, please rise up and make a video and ask for the end of that contraction, because all is not well. As we speak, the terrorists are running rampage in the zoo. Some of you do not understand. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has always been the Messiah who was ringing that bell to make sure they don't make a move. Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko was also ringing the bell. There was a voice in the wilderness calling and ringing the bell, creating alerts to the people. But they didn't pay attention. They didn't pay attention. Mazi Simon Ekpa mentioned several times in several places and told us of the impending doom that is coming, but people did not pay attention. People do not pay attention, but it's a pity. It's a pity. We must continue. Every one of us saw the accusation they are making against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today in previous brokers that he has made. Even the brokers he has made where he has been vindicated. Today, simply because they want to stop Biafra, they want to stop the restoration of Biafra. They don't want people to recognize it. They cannot stop it. It doesn't matter how they try. But they want to influence other people not to recognize Biafra. Today, they begin to tell lies. Lies that has evidence and proof that they are lies. Every accusation against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today that they have brought in the court, playing videos, including meetings he attended, long time ago, and today in 2015, 2025, every single thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu talked about is happening on a high scale. The takeover of Nigeria is almost complete. As we speak, Yoruba land is almost consumed completely. You know, when we say it, some of them think it's a joke. Keep on sleeping. Keep on seeing Biafrans as a problem. You forget the problem you have and you're looking at Biafrans as a problem. Sorry. You will continue to keep yourself busy with Biafrans and your land will be taken away. Biafra, Oduduwa land today is under siege. Many part of Oduduwa land is under siege. They have almost taken over. Almost in charge. That is why they were able to come boldly to demand for Sharia law or Sharia court. You don't give them the court. They know how to go about it. They know how to go about it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu preaches his message, they call him names. Every single thing he has said and all the audio they played in their court, they are already happening. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave that warning when it has not started happening. Instead of them to listen, they continue to blackmail. When the destruction of Imo State was happening initially,
The Janjaweed, we are in charge. We are doing it. The terrorists, we are involved in doing it. They tried to accuse IPOB. IPOB wasn't part of it. At a point in time, a governor came out and spoke with his own mouth. That is not IPOB. But that same governor today, go and interview him now. He will tell that it's IPOB that is causing the problem. It is sad. It is very, very sad. That's the man. Go and interview him now. They are accusing Mazi Nande, kind of different kinds of accusation from right, left, and center. From right, left, and center. Of course, my beloved sister Stella Uzuka, they have already seen it. We have shown them, they have seen it. But these are a bunch of people that are cowards. They can't stand it. They can't stand the fact and the truth. That is why I say anybody in Nigeria that claims to be a human rights activist is a time waster, a deceiver. Any activist in Nigeria is a deceiver. It doesn't matter where they come from. It doesn't matter their tribe. It doesn't matter their religion. Everybody that wear the garment of activism inside Nigeria is a scam. They are not serious. They are not serious. These are the worst set of people, time wasters. They are the same thing with the politicians. All those human rights activists, they are very the same thing with the politicians because they know the problem, they know it, they smell it, they see it, they feel it, but yet the solution, they don't want to discuss it. They don't want to talk about it. The solution, they don't want to talk about it. Instead, they'll be dancing around. And they call themselves activists. They can't even diagnose the problem properly. It's only when you can be able to diagnose a problem properly before you can be able to find a solution. So somebody who cannot be able to do a common diagnosis of a problem, how will you keep your hold on that the person will save you? A doctor who cannot be able to give you a test, diagnose your sickness, and you think he can heal you, where is he going to start? Where is he going to start? That is what we see in Nigeria in the life of the politicians and those that call themselves activists. The activists, they are the same people. Keyamo today, that is now parading himself as the Minister of Aviation, Keyamo, was formerly claiming to be an activist. But today, he's a full-time politician preparing to sell Enugu Airport. Somebody who was formerly an activist. The same way, all of them. And that is why they are all lying to themselves. This bunch of clowns know that Nigeria, that name, anything you do and you put that name, it's bound to fail. Whatever you do and you put that name forward, Nigeria, it is bound to fail. It will always fail. Except it's evil. It is only when you are doing something that is evil that you project that name and it will fly. But anything that is good and you put that name, you have already destroyed it automatically. It's not going to work. Every one of them know that Nigeria is not structured to succeed. It is structured to fail. It is a business empire for the British and other Western countries. And that is why they are all collectively allowing the country to sink and fall into the hand of the terrorists so that they can be able to access the resources they want to access. They intentionally want it to fall into the hand. Destabilize it as much as they can so that they will have that chance to take what they take. The more you continue to seek for aid and help for them, the more you are digging yourself deep into the captivity. That is what they are doing. They don't want you to be safe at all. If the Western countries care about humanity, if they care about humanity, that contraption called Nigeria should have been ended as at yesterday. A country where people are dying every blessed day in hundreds. Every day. There's no single day in Nigeria that people don't lose their life. In hundreds. In the hand of the terrorists. in the hand of the terrorists, those in uniform and those off uniform. Destruction of lives and property on a daily basis. And yet, you are going about your business. It doesn't concern you. You don't care. Just pray. Pray that you will be alive to tell the story when the time comes. Pray. Pray hard. Wherever you are watching this video from. I urge you in the name of Chukwu Kabiama not to get distracted. As we are waiting for the case of Mazi Nnamdi to round up, you know, it's cross-examination. They have provided a witness. I don't know whether if another witness is going to pop up on the 14th because Nigeria is unpredictable. From every decade, they say they have already, their witness have provided everything they needed. But nobody knows. Maybe something is going to pop up again. We never know. But while they are planning to pop up something, we will continue to educate Biafrans. They accuse Mazi Nnamdi of so many things from their old videos. And when this evil was starting, when this very evil that you see today was beginning, when it was starting, we had numerous evidence that IPOB, that Mazi Nnamdi established, was never involved in it. These are a bunch of terrorists from the Janjaweed country, sponsored by the government itself. It is not a mayhem, sponsored by the government. Mazi Nnamdi cried and shouted about it. Nobody heard. Instead, the government was busy pushing blackmail. And most times when they push those blackmail, they fail. When they accuse us of causing the chaos in Imo State, I want you to hear what Hope Uzodinma said then. As at then, what Hope Uzodinma said. But the same Hope Uzodinma today, go and question him again. He's talking a different thing. But when that problem was starting, while Mazi Nnamdi was shouting, while we were trying to cool it down, at that time, he has not fully been involved. Maybe then he was not fully involved in the Islamization of Nigeria and the agenda of that destruction. He didn't know what he's up to until when Buhari gave him the full clip. Then he understand. And today he's singing a different song. Listen to Hope Uzodinma what he said at the initial stage when the insecurity started.
From outside the Imo State, they bring them in pretending to be IPO, and they commit this crime and they they go away. So it is not about IPO. Yes, we agree. We have aggrieved IPOB members, but I can tell you, those who are doing this destruction, most of them were brought from outside Imo State.
So, if you say that they are really not IPOB members, another insinuation that a few commentators have put into this is perhaps the military operations that we saw in the past few days, which of course you also commented about. Is there any link between that military operations and what we saw in the last few days?
As I speak to you, honest political leaders and religious leaders have approached me to encourage military to come around because these people have created fear into the citizens by their dastardly act. So it is not about the military. If anything, our people want the military around so that they can have sense of security and go about their businesses without fear of any molestation.
But in what we have seen, you said that you are going to send a report to the federal government on what is happening. So how do you then handle the situation going?
But to the glory of God, they were not successful. How do we imagine that people are already organizing press conferences in Abuja, trying to address press as to what they thought that could have happened in Imo State, but God stopped them and they were not successful in their operation. Yes.
So, in this video, you saw Hope Uzodinma exonerating IPOB under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. By then, he has not been consumed fully by the devil. By then, they have not given him the full template of what they're about to do. After they have initiated him and gave him the full template today, go and listen to what he's saying. He's the one that is the forefront line today to accuse Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of things that he knows not about. He's in the front line today of accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's in the front line of today of saying, do not let go of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's the forefront and in the front of the predicament of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. This criminal is fully involved in it today. But initially, he was very much aware that we have no hand in the insecurity they're talking about. But unfortunately, when you see the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, they have revised everything, playing videos, including accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of the death of Gulag. The death of Gulag, which this man himself that is here, who puts in one of his videos that I'm going to find and play. In that video, he said that the death of Gulag is a politically motivated assassination. That is what he called it. Hope Uzodinma called it a politically motivated assassination. It has nothing to do with IPOB. It has nothing to do with the sit-at-home. It has nothing to do with the agitation. But today, they are presenting the same case in the court today. And this same man they talked about made a video, this Gulag himself made a video where he mentioned the name of the person that took his life. Where he challenged the person, he mentioned and called the name of the person that took his life. But today, Nigerian government is adding it as the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that the death of man is connected to Mazi Nnamdi. Even when the state governor, the chief security of a state, said that he is not part of it. That was when he didn't know the template. But go and ask Hope Uzodinma today. If you ask Hope Uzodinma today, he might tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was aware. But I thank you, Chukwu Gagabema, that internet never forgets. Internet never forgets. So I'm going to play the video of Gulag, the man they accused Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of instigating his death. Let's hear what he had to say when he was alive before they murdered him.
I want to say what I have been saying over time. Mr. President, remove, arrest, prosecute Major General Ali Munguno, your national security advisor. He is
Major General Mungunu, the national security advisor. That is the person that instigated the murder of this guy with the DSS. They are the one that assassinated this guy. But today, they are trying to drag Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into it. Even Hope Uzodinma himself confessed and said it was a politically motivated murder. This is the man. This is the man they mentioned his name in the court and was said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the one who instigated his murder. I want you to hear him speak. Listen carefully.
I want to say what I have been saying over time. Mr. President, remove, arrest, prosecute Major General Ali Munguno, your national security advisor. He is corrupt. He is clueless. He don't have the interests of Nigeria and Nigerians at heart. And that Munguno is a hypocrite. If he is the NSC and he thinks he have available power within him, let him arrest me. He is corrupt. He's a thief. He's a problem to the security of this country. If people are afraid, I'm not afraid. I'm only afraid of God. Because Munguno is only busy stealing the monies meant to protect us. That is it. And the better for you, Mr. President, remove Major General Munguno. Is the most useless NSA ever produced in the history of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
This was the man he exposed, Major General Ali Munguno. This man exposed him and called him out and they murdered him. They took his life. And today, they want to accuse Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of it. Something that he knows nothing about. Look at the man here calling the name of the person because you accuse that man, Major General Mungunu, the NSA of Buhari, late Buhari, his NSA. Then they took this man to Imo State, using Hope Uzodinma to invite him in Imo State. When he got to Imo State, they know that they have already created chaos in Imo State. They have already created insecurity in Imo State. Then they used Hope Uzodinma to invite this man in Imo State. It was Hope Uzodinma that invited him. And when he got to the Imo State, on his way to the airport, they shot him. And they began to accuse IPOB. Hope Uzodinma came out then and said, it is not IPOB, that is a politically motivated assassination. But today, in Nigerian court, they are trying to link Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to it. Why you see the man here mentioning the name of the person that took his life? This is what we see in the zoo. And that is why we will not leave any stone unturned. They mentioned again about the NSAS, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the one who was causing chaos and problem in NSAS. I am going to play a report that came out from NSAS. People who were on the ground when it was happening, you hear them what they experienced.
There were so many here who had 15 bosses, and they intimidated us with machetes, brand new machetes. They overpowered us actually because we are fewer in numbers and we have to run away. Very unfortunately, the police force, they left us to our own mercy. And then very, very unfortunate also, the moment they chased us, everybody away from this place. The moment we dispersed, we left. Now, one thing is sure, one thing is guaranteed. I know they want us to react. I know the government wants us to fight back so they can change the story that this protest has been hijacked politically. No, we are not reacting. Let them come. One thing, the reason they overpowered us in the morning is just because we were fewer in number. I am so sure in the afternoon, they will not have that effort to come back because we will have a larger crowd in the house. One thing is sure, one thing is guaranteed. We are not giving in. We are not getting tired. We will never be intimidated. That thing that is making them not to reform this police force, we want to know. This nation is done already. It is either we stay here and die and restructure it, or we continue in this pain and poverty and impoverishedness that has ravaged this country for over 60 years. So we are moving, no matter what they come. Let them come with machetes. We will stay with them heart by heart. We will not take machetes. We don't want them to change the story. We don't want the government to say it is politically motivated. We are not coming with any machete. Let them come in the afternoon when we have a fuller house, and I know everybody will stand up for one another in this place. This is Lagos. We cannot take. We've been taking it for 60 years. We have tried as a country. We need as a matter of urgency for the government to stand up and act as a government. We elected them, not them electing us. We gave them the power they are using, not them giving us. So we are saying no to bad government, no bad governance. Nothing can discourage us. We are not brutal. We are not confronting them arms for arms. We will show them love because they are Nigerians also. But they came here in the morning, they dispersed the crowd. They took this armor from them. Look at the armor, a sledgehammer.
I hope you heard them. This man is explaining the hoodlums sponsored by Lagos state government. Hoodlums that came against them, sponsored by the Lagos state government. They came with Lagos state government boss. It was the Lagos state government boss that dropped those hoodlums. And they came to attack the people who were genuinely protesting to end SARS. Because SARS is a police in Nigeria which the Nigerian government is using to harvest human organs. Created and formed by Olusegun Obasanjo with the British. They formed it and they were using it against the masses, committing atrocities everywhere. And the people rose up and demanded for good governance. Instead of giving them good governance, they came against the people. And the people revolted. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu laid his support to the cause of the people. Look at the people on the ground telling you what they face and what they were seeing. But today, they are telling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instigated violence. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did this and did that. But look at people who were protesting innocently are here confessing that the Lagos state government sponsored hoodlums, used their own car to bring them. And I showed the video. I'm going to start the video again and show how they brought the hoodlums. Including the DSS, we are using their own jeep to bring hoodlums to attack people who are protesting. We all have the videos and we see it. But today, they still have the gut to mention it against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is how evil the janjaweed, the contraption called Nigeria. Whenever you mention Nigeria in anything you are doing, you are bound to fail. But when you are committing corruption, fraud, or evil, the best name to use is Nigeria. It's Nigeria. My brother Greg, thank you so much for joining. You're welcome, my brother Greg. Go ahead, my brother Greg. Let's hear from you. Speak to us. You're welcome, my brother.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mazi. Choose.
You're welcome,
my greetings. I'm still on the way. You can be hearing some noise that will show you that I'm on the way. So
okay.
I hope it will not disturb much.
Go ahead, no problem.
Yeah.
I hear you.
So on Saturday, I was unable to join because of a lot of engagement and yeah. But today we must at least try to, as much as we can, to show up. Yes, I thank God for our life today as we begin the new week, thanking God for the life of our leader. It is our duty to be praying for them. Every day we wake up in the morning, we call upon the name of God for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, that God will take control of every kind of accusation, their health, their family, that this case, that the battle is of God. That is our duty to pray for them. Yes. At the same time, we commit our the DPM and the cabinet, that God will give them the strength and the ability to be doing the needful, and God will be opening doors in any government where we not done. Let God open door and give us favor. Because what we are doing is we are at the point of not going back. This point where we are now is no returning. That is what I don't know why some of the Nigerian governments cannot understand this time. So we pray and hand them over unto the hand of the Most High, who him alone have the power to fight this battle. We are only just standing for him. We are only just showing up every day to cry unto him and say, we are doing these things not because we have power for anything. As the military are fighting, not because they have power. As the government is working, the medias every day, not because they have power, but they are showing up. It's an assignment. They show up every day and ask God to take control. Because without him, we can't do nothing. So we pray that God will strengthen you guys, the cabinet, the God will remain doing the needful. That is our prayer every day. We thank God for the Biafrans, and yeah, we continue just as you are just speaking this afternoon. You know, my take on this thing is, you know, Nigeria is, if there is no other thing Nigeria is good at, Nigeria is very, very good in lie. The only way they are clever is lie and deceit and propaganda. Because that is why sometimes I be looking for, thinking why. Why is Nigeria too good in lying and propaganda? I cannot find any reason. But my mind tells me that it is because of Nigerians use military and chase all the good people away from politics. And all of them, the good people who are supposed to handle good policies in Nigeria, all of them run away because of fear. Now all the criminals and 419s and killers take position in politics in Nigeria. That was exactly what happened. So, because when you look somebody like a Hope Uzodinma, when you look somebody like a Wike, when you look somebody like Tinubu that is Nigerian president today, tell me in any civilized world where these people are qualified to be to govern even a local government of that state. That is why I come when somebody is telling me that we should not speak any bad against the Finland or government or the head. I tell that person that that person is an evil on his own. Because he cannot tell me that somebody like Alex, the president of Finland today, had a Tinubu were a drug dealer, had a Tinubu forged certificates during the time of his universities. So, how many leaders in the world did they have this kind of story about those people? How many leaders in the world they said he forged certificates and there was evidence to show that? How many leaders in the world they had that he had been dealing on drug and there is evidence to that? And he still climbed and become governor, from governor to president. And America keep quiet. The Europe keep quiet. And they persist in working with him because as long as he's not there destroying anything concerning their land, that is not their business. So that is why you see all these lies are driven. He cannot even be a neighbor of America and become a drug dealer and become a president. A neighbor, not a neighboring country. So that is why you see all these things happening in that country. Where people will come out to protest, and the government will go and hire criminals, give them gun and weapon to come and fight the innocent people who are protesting without nothing. They will engage them opposite protesters to scatter the protest and turn them criminals. So that is why I'm just wondering what and how did the Finland government and their police come to the conclusion that they have anything at all that they will say that this investigation against our PM. So I pray every day that God will give me to keep me alive to see that evidence and hear and see those crimes that makes them to call Prime Minister Simon Ekpa terrorist or call Nnamdi Kanu terrorist. Today Nnamdi Kanu is facing judgment in Nigeria. If Nigeria government were pure, we will show the whole world this man is a terrorist, and we will show everything concerning this court on the television. So let the international community will watch all those judgments and see how it go and how they can prove that this man is a terrorist. But those kind of things cannot come. And I wish they would do it in our PM's judgment if there will be a case to charge against him. That Finland will televise it and show it to the whole world. And the whole world will see the evidences what makes them to call that this person. Not when you are making a secret trial and you say you are trying somebody with evidence. So let them show it to the world. Nigeria have good televisions, NTA, a lot of all their demonic channels, and show it to the world that we are trying Nnamdi Kanu, even though the trial is illegal, even when they have not jurisdiction to try him, even when he have not committed any crime. Let them show the whole world on the television. Let the world watch it live. If it were America will televise it. People will see it. Because if they can show when Clinton as a sitting president, they were doing Clinton case with Monica Lewinsky, and the whole world watch it live. If they can do it to other important peoples in America, and they show it world, everybody see it live, why can they not show the Nnamdi Kanu, the Atamin, and the IPOB that this is international? They are showing, saying that IPOB is a terrorist, and Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist, someone Ekpa terrorist. Let them televise it, let the whole world see the evidence. But they will not do it because they are criminals. And that is surprised me what the international, the so-called civilized world are dealing with Nigeria. Somebody like a Finland president, somebody like a Macron, somebody like a British prime minister, and some other European president, because I cannot count Trump now because I have not seen any, Trump have not done any evil against the Biafra for the moment. But all these people that have been there all this while, and the United Nations, why did not they televise it and see and show the world why they are charging him and what makes him to be terrorist? Let the whole world have their own judgments as well. But that kind of thing, they cannot do it. If the world did not bring out what happened in NSAS through CNN, the world, people would have been blinded and they would be lying. So that is it. That is what the Nigerians and the Biafrans are suffering today. So we continue opposing them and exposing all their lies and their deceit of Nigeria. Every day on this media and any Biafra media, because that is our what we're supposed to be doing, so that the world will know that these people are liars and deceits. Look at what happened in Anambra, where Tinubu go, and they give him chief title, DK number, DK Simba. How can you call somebody DK Simba? Somebody that kill your brothers and sisters in Lagos because he wants to obtain power and destroy their businesses. You come home and reward him, DK, we will reckon that he killed your brothers. In a boy DK na Obi win election because you know be enemy. In DK because of honorable election. These are the people that have reverence in Igbo land. And tomorrow they will call you the elders, the what do you call them? The stakeholders, and the whatever they will call them. So that is the kind of people we are having in that country. When they commit crime, when they steal from the poor people, when they suppress and they destroy the destiny of the people they're supposed to rescue, they will come and take title on it. But I know that heaven, God will always react at his own time. That is the only thing I will tell you. When he will react, the whole world will see it. That's the only thing. So thank you, Mazi. I appreciate your good work. And yeah, I will stay on the side and be watching just to contribute a little with you and encourage you for your work. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful, wonderful contribution. I'm so happy to have you around. Always, you're always there. And we own this very platform together, and we are doing what we have to do. As I said, that we have a division of labor. For us, we have chosen our path, and we are keeping to that path. Anybody that is a Biafran, there must be a role you are playing. If you are a genuine Biafran, there must be a role you are playing. You must pitch your tent somewhere. There must be something you do. You cannot just be an OES member. It's either you are in or you are out. There is nothing like being in between. There is nothing like, I don't know where to follow. No, no, no. If you are among those who say, I don't know where to follow, you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. Today is sit at home. Remember, the reason for this, our sit at home, is not something that nobody knows. Every one of us know why we are sitting at home. But in case you pretend not to know, or maybe you just joined yesterday, you don't know why we are sitting at home. The sit at home is to demand the unconditional release of every Biafran political prisoner in Nigeria. Every Biafra political prisoner in Nigeria, more especially our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his unconditional release. And we have agreed to continue to sit at home until the zoo leave our territory. On this very Monday, it is a day that Biafrans come together to delegitimize the zoological republic in our territory. The delegitimization of Nigeria is today that it is very, very pronounced. Even if you have not known about it before, when you watch today in Biafra land, you see it clearly. Monday is a day that we show the world that Nigeria has lost legitimacy in Biafra land, that all these governors, politicians have lost legitimacy in Biafra land. And wherever you are watching us from on this planet Earth, we encourage international media, investigative journalists, go underground by yourself and go and watch this self-referendum that's being conducted every Monday. Every Monday, Biafrans speak loud. Every Monday. The Nigerian government have tried everything they can to blackmail us. They said we are enforcing it. Later they say we are destroying our economy. There is no kind of propaganda they have not pushed, but none of them stood. None of them saw the daylight because it is a decision made by the Biafran people and nobody is being forced. People on their own are observing it. My fellow Biafrans, do not get distracted. As I have said every time, the fate of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the fate of Biafra does not lie on any individual or any particular person. No. It lies on you, on me, on us, and on Chukwu Kabiam. The only thing you have to do is to make sure you have a responsibility in this cause of Biafra. It is either you are in or you're out. You cannot be in between. You cannot. If you are in between, you are one of the most dangerous people that must be taken out. And I bet you, when the time comes, we will take you out by fire, by force. Not even we taking you out. You are going to be found out and you will take yourself out. Because one Nigeria will definitely find you out and take you out. I welcome my brother Akonye Wetere. I can see you there. Go ahead, my brother Akonye Wetere. Let's hear you. Happy seat at home. Take the mic. Akonye Wetere, are you there? Unmute yourself. I guess my brother Akonye Wetere is not yet ready. So meanwhile, before he comes up, we continue until when he's ready. We can now give him the mic to speak. So my fellow Biafrans, every one of us must tighten up our belt. We must prepare. We must be focused. Do not get distracted. The enemy is not going to go without a fight. Always remember that. They will never go without a fight. If you think they will just tell you bye-bye, oh, it's okay, it's not going to happen. Freedom is not free. You have to make sacrifice for it. If this freedom is not yet costing you a thing, it means you have not started. If you are not losing something because of this freedom that we have got now, you have not started. So many of us you see today that are watching here, so many of us on the comment section, so many of us that are speaking out about Biafra have lost one thing or the other because of this cause. So many of us have lost family members. So many of us lost our businesses. So many of us have lost friends. So many of us have lost contact. So many of us have lost one thing or the other because of this cause. And it worth it. It worth it. And that is why we are very, very consistent working, looking forward to that day when the difference will be made. That time is going to come. It does not matter how you feel. It does not matter what you think. It doesn't matter your ideology. It doesn't matter whether you agree with us or you don't agree with us. The truth remains that the United States of Biafra have come to stay, and there is nothing you can do about it. It's either you begin to learn to accept it now, or you will not live to tell the story. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are joining us and watching this program, do not get distracted. the sit at home continues. Our purpose of sit at home cannot be changed. And the success so far, what we have achieved with this sit at home is enormous. I can bet you that the reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today is alive with confidence and power to speak with authority is because of the sit at home. One of the greatest things that gave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu courage, life, and voice is the sit at home. You can't beat it. You can continue to pretend, you can continue to say anything you want to say. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, with all their propaganda and blackmail, have you seen him one day say, stop, sit at home? Have you ever heard it from him? They push propaganda, they use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name to write a letter. They use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name to push it. But have you ever seen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in all the numerous times that he has had opportunity to speak? Even when the pressure was high, he had the opportunity to speak to press. They gave him the opportunity to speak. Even when they reminded him of Mazi Simon Ekpa, he never talked about it. Even when they in one of the press during the time, even during the time of the Karawhite lawyer, one of them reminded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of Mazi Simon Ekpa, and he shunned them. He never talked about it. They forged a letter, still it didn't work. Have you ever heard him open his mouth and condemn it or condemn Mazi Simon Ekpa? He cannot, because he knows what is right. He knows that the Biafrans are doing what they're supposed to do. He knows that freedom entails sacrifice. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows that freedom is not a bed of roses. That is why today he is in the DSS under solitary confinement. Even at the cost of his life, he is still there. In their court, he is telling them, it is my right to demand for self-determination. It is my right. You can't take it away from me. In their court. Even when they were charging him for terrorism. Even when they have treasonable felony on his head. For an ordinary person, when they charge you such treasonable felony, you'll be scared to speak in the court. You'll be minding your speech. Some of them will be changing the amount. Some of them will be going for negotiation. But even when they have treasonable felony on him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood his ground. And he said, it is my right to demand for my freedom. Today, they went ahead and they are playing videos to indict themselves. Have you seen him change? When he comes out, he becomes stronger than before. I bet you the sit at home we are doing outside is giving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a great support. If not, the Uwazirike template would have played out. The Uwazirike template was completed. They completed it. If not for the autopilot, which Mazi Simon Ekpa talked about. Because Mazi Simon Ekpa won the DOS then. He told them. That was how this name, some of you don't know how the name autopilot came. Autopilot was not a name that was issued. It was the DOS that called it. How it came from Mazi Simon Ekpa was when Mazi Simon Ekpa was warning them that they should better listen to Biafrans now and do what the Biafrans want, or else that a time is going to come when this restoration of Biafra will be on autopilot. That was what Mazi Simon Ekpa said in his broadcast. He was advising them to sit up, do something now, or else a time will come when Biafrans will take it upon themselves to begin to take themselves away from Nigeria, to begin to do something to save Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on their own, that the agitation will be operating under autopilot without any leader or somebody claiming to be a leader. That was how that word came in, autopilot. And just as Mazi Simon Ekpa prophesied, a time came, Biafrans became unstoppable. They continued to sit at home with propaganda, blackmail, attack from the DSS, different kinds of things. Oh, they are destroying their economy. Oh, it is this. Biafrans remained to sit at home. and that break the chain of the Uwazirike template. It was the sit at home that stopped the Uwazirike template after they have succeeded in capturing the Department of Sabotua. Through Soludo, they captured the Department of Sabotua. Soludo came out and announced and said that IPOB Nigeria is now working with them. The one they call Chike Dozieha came out and said that they handed over the ESN to the governors. But the Biafrans came out and say, we continue to sit at home to demand for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and every political prisoner. That ended the Uwazirike template. They couldn't play it. This man went to Soludo, went to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when he got there to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what did he do? He was telling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that your boys are now with me. The people have agreed, but there is only one stubborn man that is not listening. One stubborn man who is in autopilot called Mazi Simon Ekpa. He is not listening. Every other person have listened. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu smiled. That ended the Uwazirike template. From there, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood his ground. It is either Biafra or nothing, just as he said before. He now realized that Biafrans are behind him. They began to use letter writing. They began to use propaganda. They began to use attack. But he stood his ground. Until Mazi Simon Ekpa pushed and pushed and pushed until it became clear to them that holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will only speed up the restoration of Biafra. It became very clear to them that holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to speed up Biafra. They began to regret, including the man that sponsored the kidnap. They begin to regret it. That if they had known, they would have not made the attempt. And for making the attempt, if they have known, they would have taken the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But it's too late, because the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the hand of Chukwuka, not in the hand of any human being. They were too slow and too late. And eventually, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, did excellent job obeying every international law. Everything he did was according to international law. He was following every strategy. Mazi Simon Ekpa did not operate a security outfit. Mazi Simon Ekpa went further to establish the Biafra government in exile. And I want everybody watching me, wherever you're watching from, to go and Google government in exile. Go and Google up government in exile. What is government in exile? How does it operate? What are their do and don't? What does international law say about government in exile? What are the things that government in exile can do and what they cannot? Please, save yourself the trouble. Go to Google and Google it up. When you Google it up and you know the responsibility and the capacity and capability of the government in exile, supported by international law, then you come back and debate. You will now know why Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing what it is. So, when you see Finland government today working with the Zoological Republic to push a global conspiracy against the Biafran people, you will now understand. Finland passed through this road that we are passing today. Finland are very much aware about the atrocities committed in Biafra land. Finnish citizens played a role to support Biafra during the Civil War. But today, we are seeing a pharaoh that have refused to recognize Biafra. We are seeing a pharaoh who does not know about the Biafra issue. Finally, a pharaoh who does not know humanity is in power. And today they are working against what they supported. Every one of us know that Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, before ever he made any move on this restoration, he went to the government of Finland to tender petitions. Not once, not twice, not thrice. There was a petition to the government. There was a petition to their presidency. There was a petition to their house. He submitted those petitions before ever he's kicked off his mission. But today, that same Finland that has every information about the atrocities of Nigeria against Biafra from 1967 to date, Finland have all this information on their table. What else could prompt Finland to begin to dance the same tune with a terrorist government? There is nothing else than global conspiracy and economic interest. There is a pharaoh that have refused to recognize humanity in Finland today. And they have, by themselves, destroyed the image they have. Country that was formerly seen as a place where human rights is of the highest level. They are among the top countries that respect human rights. But today, because of interests, because of NATO, because of UK, they have destroyed their image globally. The same manipulation the British are doing in the Africa, the same way they destroy the image of Kenya by kidnapping Mazi today. The British have lured Finland into destroying their image. And I want to see where they will be in the next ranking of human rights. My brother, Akonyo Wetere, you're back. Unmute yourself and speak if you're there. Akonyo Wetere. Akonyo Wetere, unmute yourself. We can't hear you. You are unmuted, but we can't hear you. We cannot hear you, Akonyo Wetere. What is going on with your network today? It's like they don't want you to speak today. Your network. What is happening to your network? Okay, while we wait for Akonyo Wetere, let us go ahead and pay attention to this very important message that we have. Don't forget it. If you're not yet prepared for the convention that is coming up, please get ready. It is coming up, and it's coming up in strength.
No fear for our land. We go stand together, fight for freedom now. No surrender.
This day is more than just an opening. It is a call for peace and reconciliation. Join us at the first ever Biafra Peace Summit, where the past and present voices for Biafra independence come together. No segregation, no division, just one people with one purpose. An occasion to voice our differences, resolve them, and stand stronger as one people. May 30th is also our separate Biafra Heroes Remembrance Day, when we honor the brave souls of men and women who fought and children who fell from the genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, where over 3 million Biafrans lost their lives. The day we honor those unjustly imprisoned and killed before the war, during the war, and presently, simply for being Biafrans. We salute our past and present leaders, from the vision of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu to the resilience of Philip Effiong, the fearless dedication of Mazi and the unwavering courage of Simon Ekpa Odogu, who have carried the torch of our struggle. Their sacrifices and leadership lights our paths forward. As we all know, for far too long, we've endured suffering at the hands of our enemies and division from within. This summit is power-packed to heal those wounds, to uproot seeds of discord planted among us, and to unite Biafrans across tribes, regions, religions, and political views. Together, we are unstoppable. Be part of history. Join us on May 30th, 2025 at the United States of Biafra headquarters in Washington, D.C. A day of unity, remembrance, and renewal. Biafra rises as one strong nation, bolder together. Venue, 11726 Connecticut Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. Time, 3 p.m. Biafra time and 10 a.m. Washington time. 30th of May 2025, a united Biafra. Our time is now. This message is proudly sponsored by the Office of the United States of Biafra Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, and the Biafra Information, Telecommunication and Postal Service. My name is Marvelous Chukwubikem Arinze.
We face many things, we no fall. Them took a Namdi Kanu, but we stand tall. Simon Ekpa, them catch we still dey strong. We go rise higher, no place for wrong. We no go fall, we go stand. In unity, we hold the land.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for being there. Akonyo Wetra, are you there?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, you're welcome. What's happening to your network today?
Bongona.
Yeah? Go ahead, let's hear you.
Give me 30 minutes.
Okay.
I'll call you.
Okay. So, my fellow Biafrans, while we wait for our brother, let's get another information down there, because information is power. We need to make sure Biafrans are always carried along. Let's listen to this.
Fellow Biafrans and devoted friends of the United States of Biafra, the time to rise in unity, in purpose, and in sacrifice is now. The month of May is not just another page on the calendar. It is a crucial moment in our journey as a people. A time when our collective strengths must be matched by our collective support. The vision of the United States of Biafra is alive, vibrant, and growing. But let us not forget, the engine that powers this vision is you and I. Your generosity, your belief, and your contributions. These are the pillars that holds. As we lay the foundation for a self-reliant, self-governed, and prosperous nation, we must carry the burden together, not a few of us, but all of us. This is a clarion call to every true son and daughter of Biafra, to every patriot of Biafra. Come out in your numbers, stand with us. Let your support be heard through your donations. No donation is too small. No amount is too great for the ancestral land we love to be totally secured. We urge individuals, families, communities, and businesses to donate generously and cheerfully. Let your contributions be a seed sown into the destiny of generations to come. Let history record that you stood for something greater than yourself. Long live the United States of Biafra. Long live our united spirit. I remain Mazi Ifani, the head of Media USBG Homeland and the director, State of Aludo Media. God bless you.
Thank you. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you are watching from, remember today is Sit at Home, and in Biafra land is under lock and key as we speak. Biafra land are observing the Sit at Home. Our reason for the Sit at Home is to demand the unconditional release of every Biafran political prisoner in the Zoological Republic called Nigeria, more especially our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We will continue to demand for his release, and we equally demand for the release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, from the Finnish authorities, who has taken him away from us for no just cause. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, was only pushing for the restoration of independent state of Biafra, trying to defend his people, and the message he was preaching was self-defense. Self-defense is not a crime, has never been a crime, and Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko was only preaching self-defense. The message of self-defense is what he preached, and Biafrans understood that message very, very well. But the Finnish authority has refused to recognize that the Biafrans have the right to free themselves. And today they are holding our Prime Minister incommunicado, taking him away from us. And from the moment they took him away from us to date, thousands of Biafrans have lost their life because of the absence of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. As we speak, the terrorists are running rampage in Biafra land, both those in uniform and those off uniform. They have intensified in the attack and destruction of properties in Biafra land because of the absence of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I don't know how anybody can justify the continuous detention of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa by the Finnish authorities. Today, the Finland that we used to know as a place where people that are reasonable are, a place where human rights is respected, finally has become a temple of injustice, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in the court. That Nigerian court has become a temple of injustice. The same way is how we are seeing Finland today, as a home of injustice. And we want to see where they are going to be in their ranking with the continuous detention of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, we must not relent in our effort. Do not be distracted. Do not be discouraged. Continue to stand firm and focused, because our freedom definitely is sure. Whatever you are seeing today is a distraction. Don't allow yourself to be distracted. We Biafrans have to get prepared. We are lucky to have leaders that are informed. Everything that is happening today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us about it and prepared us on time. Mazi Simon Ekpa came on board and prepared us. Today, Dr. Ngozi Orebeze is there. There has never been a time our leaders told us it's going to be an easy ride. No. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not promise us an easy ride. Mazi Simon Ekpa did not promise us an easy ride. And today, Dr. Ngozi Orebeze is not promising us an easy ride. The message is that it takes sacrifice to get your freedom. And if you want to have freedom, you must be ready to pay the price. Are you ready to pay the price for freedom? Today, Biafrans in Biafra land are speaking up, and they are already doing their part. I use this opportunity to appreciate every Biafran in Biafra land that is sitting at home today. Every Biafran in Biafra land that is making the sit at home a success in Biafra land today. I say, may Chukwu Kokabiam continue to guide, protect, and secure every one of you. Wherever you are in Biafra land, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Kabiama to continue to stand strong. Do not get distracted. Do not be deceived. Do not allow anybody to push you right, left, and center. Continue to be consistent, and I bet you, Chukwu Kabiama will definitely give you a voice. We must continue, no matter what happens, no matter what the enemies does or what they say. Our destination is Biafra. Today we are pursuing the recognition the best way we can. And we will continue to pursue the recognition of Biafra. We will continue. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We know it's not going to be an easy ride. Mazi, Simon Ekpa said it earlier before time. He said it's going to take some times for people to follow along. But we must not stop. That is why Mazi Nandekano talked about consistency. Consistency, that is one of the qualities you must have as a Biafran. You must be consistent in your demand. That is one of the qualities that it is a must. You must have it. Consistency. If you don't have it, it means you don't know what you're doing. That video was playing there is the atrocities that the enemies are committing in Biafra land. How people lost their life in Biafra land. You know, most of these videos, we cannot share it because of the images that are there. We are not allowed to share them. So we try to avoid those kind of images appearing on our videos. That is why sometime when we see them, we'll take it out. But we will continue to make our voice heard until we are heard. Let me know if you are free, my brother Konyo Wetere. Whenever you are free, just let me know so that I can bring you in.
I don't know free. No, video too much to learn. Maybe another time.
Okay.
Thank
Go
you
ahead.
so much for healing. There are so many things that have happened over the weekend. Kwesịrị itinyegasị ọnụ. Ya dị mma. My brother, nwekwa kwuru ile okwu sịrị that at the West na ha na-abịa on the premise of na ha chọrọ inyere anyị aka, but underline inyere anyị aka ha ji bịa. Ha make sure na ha create the platform. Onye a ga-hate onye a, onye hate onye a. We debe the scale of a mother rise until you feed on your brother. That is the parameter of for your rising. How you will be able to measure that you have risen up to something. So it caught my attention and say that this is the nail on the head. And that is what our people who know like this struggle because ndị mmadụ pụtara asị na ileshe ka ama ihe Finland ga-eme. Enweghị Finland ga-eme. Enwe ajụjụ m jụrụ one time m sịrị. Now they are how they go firm in science. All the laws as they put it that according to European law, according to this one, we are intellectual, we are this, we have advanced technologically. Well, who teach them? Who taught them all these things? Have we sat back to ask ourselves, who teach these people? So that we can go there and learn from those people that taught them. All these human rights they are using to parade up and down. Who taught them this human rights? So that we can go there and avail ourselves the opportunity to learn. So when we ask ourselves all these pertinent questions and put things in perspective, it will reshape our mode of thinking and help us to liberate ourselves from this mental, because it is this mental slavery that Lucky Dube, Bob Marley, sang in one of his songs. That is what we are facing. That's what that is keeping the whole of Africa and even the whole of this people in this Biafra struggle. It is minority of us that are even in tandem with what this struggle entails. I keep on emphasizing on what this struggle means, what it means, what this quest we are in, what it means, what is the real meaning of it. When we x-ray the happenings, the way the behavioral pattern of the West, you will know that they are not in there for you. The evidence, even the recent one of Simon, supposed to prove a point to us. Because the word of our leader MNK was a kind of omeba. But Simon, his own was domiciled in. I could remember how we were appropriating the right standing, how the human rights is their top notch, how we were praising them. Even when they arrested our leader, how we were still praising them, of which me, I'm not among. I never praised them. But for the fact they put Simon behind bar, they have compromised. I see that they are compromised. They have compromised. All of that things is medicine after there. It's just as when Nigeria succeeded in abducting MNK from Kenya. They were now watching to see our reaction, which we failed woefully. So that is what Finland sat back to watch. And we have failed again. Because the likes of all these gangsters, let me just put it that way, they have made, if not that Ngozi, that stood, of which I do say every day that her making, I'm not even anywhere close to her making. Things we the followers of her government, let me not put it the follower of her government, we the follower of USB, of which she is heading it as the leader today. At times we get agitated of the happenings. But you see her calm in her spirit, calm in her disposition, calm in everything. But if it is only one person or minority of the minor percentage of us will be knowing and having the understanding of this. That is why this struggle is still lingering. The liberation of Africa, the same thing. Few people understood the West. And the West ensured that they did not get anywhere close to leadership. So the same thing is happening in our struggle. Few people understand the meaning of the struggle. And the cabals in the struggle ensure that these people do not see the light of the day. If they struggle, lay all their traps, and they could not catch everybody, one person comes up, they will be denigrating and demoralizing the person. Leaving the necessary fight that we need to fight, and they're fighting the unnecessary one. So, that is it, my brother. You've been doing a wonderful job. You see how the network is booting me out. I don't whether they have censored everything. Other days we try to come in, the whole thing will be a sham. So, but we keep coming. I will keep praying for you, keep thanking you. So my message this morning is that everybody, please, I do say it every day. Sit down, try to find the meaning of this Biafra on your own. In finding the meaning of this Biafra, you will set out goals. And when you truly understand the meaning of Biafra, the goals must be what? Must correlate with other people's goals. Which when it conglomerates, it will become one. Because somebody that is reading to become a doctor in Nigeria, though when we cross to the West, they will put us on probation, maybe 2 years, to probe us and ensure that what we said we are is what we are. But you cannot move down from here and go to US and not tell me that the dental number has passed whether 36 or 32. The number of seats, everything still become exact. Even upon the poor curriculum that we are using in Africa, maybe Nigeria. But when you give your time in to study, it will make you go beyond the normal class teaching, to looking for books to read. That is how we're supposed to appropriate this Biafra struggle. And you have stepped into the struggle, study the struggle, and go beyond that to gather information that will make you that will equip you the better. And when you equip yourself with all this relevant information, it will now broaden your eye, not to be seeing your brother as enemy, but not to be seeing your brother as enemy. Not that you should now go and be working with all these gangsters. No, even the gangster is on their own. They will understand that these people that they have channeled their energy to demoralize, to fight, is not even their. It's not even their problem. Is not even in existence. So we keep pushing. You are doing a wonderful job. You are doing. God will bless you. One thing me I see is that it is clear that the older generation have failed, but our generation is not gonna fail. Finland will not do anything. You know when you swallow a bone, when you intentionally swallow a bone, it usually become hard for that bone to be removed, because that is what the laying hand on our PM means to Finland. But the way they will react, the way they will carry out all these their court cases, investigation, whatever, is wholly on our composure. And I so much thank God that we are winning. Persons like me, I had no doubt, even when there were dissenting voices to discourage me from following USD government headed by Dr. Ngozi. But because I am in depth of the knowledge of the struggle by myself, I know what I want. My wish every day is that I should sleep today, wake up tomorrow, and hear on the news that they've called us for roundtable discussion and to get that our country will be giving us maybe tomorrow or next tomorrow. Because I know that is the news I'm waiting, endlessly waiting for. Then I as well know that when that news that people are calling good news comes, that is when this battle that people are wasting their energy will start. Because in building our land is a more tedious fight and more tedious war. For majority of us, they don't know that. So that's why they are just wasting their time thinking that what they are doing today is necessary. No. So God will do it. If it is on the side of West to do anything for us, there's one prologue that you always use, almost at the starting of every of your program. You always say that the issue of Biafra is not in the hand of anybody to get for us. Rather, it is in our hand. I don't know how you used to put it, but that is what you are trying to say.
Yeah.
Anybody. Simon Ekpa made it known. He said that forget about all this chanting, doing a protest, going on rally, releasing on the can. That when we compose ourselves normal, that he will make the holding of Nnamdi useless in the hand of Nigeria. That's what he said. And everybody saw it before prevailing forces from France, NATO, and Britain lay hold on him. I keep saying it. If to say that this redeclaration that charlatans are messing up today, that our amiable PM was the one that premiered over that conference and declared that Biafra. Many governors that same day, let's say promptly he declared it on 29th, just as our deputy PM. Many governors that day will get out of Nigeria. Let me not say getting out of South.
Also,
but they succeeded in getting, and the ship that their shepherd was taken away from them could not read through the line to understand the agenda of these people. They now fall. They now become a pawn in the hand of their master. They now become a pawn. They are using them. People are making, okay, see, when we were trying to discuss about the rally, They want to protest, they want to go and do in Finland. They flipped it. They said we are stupid and we don't know what we are saying. What happened? You know they registered their footprint in Finland and they are calling for the release of signs. But there's one thing Ahmed that is said in Nigerian media. He said that when a work that is meant for 1 million people and 1,000 people comes to do the work, that 1,000 people is a good number, a big number. But the effect of that 1,000 will be minimal. Nobody will see it. He equated it with this end bad governance protest, hunger protest they did. That was the answer he gave to Chad. That is the same thing. Had it been that these charlatans understand, maybe after 1 month of their escapade, they call themselves to order and discover that this quest, let me not be a pawn in the hand of the West. That is the major goal, the big bell is Biafra. Let me swallow my ego. Let us do it the way. That would be a shaker. But just as it happened in the time of Almighty DOS, the same script is what they are playing again. But in all, according to the Bible story about Jesus, they thought we were not there. All those stories about how they persecuted this one, we were not there. But let us bring that fictional story and situate it and assume that it happened. People fought to relegate the mission of Jesus. But up to today, Catholics are still controlling 1.something billion believers.
Yes.
Other religions are still controlling their own. This great Roman Empire that was hell-bent in destroying the work of their so-called Jesus is even nowhere to be found today. That is what I believe. In our journey, our quest with the West, let me put it with the West and the whole of our Africa, and narrow it down to Nigeria and Biafra. And I will say one thing that I usually say. The prayer of everybody is that okay, open man can win. And as for winning, that God, let me still use the Bible as a reference again, that hardened the heart of Pharaoh, that made the writers to say that a Pharaoh that know not Joseph become the king of Egypt and started persecuting the Israelites, that made them to subject Israel to hard labor, and now reconnect their senses to say that we were not from here, we migrated to this place. At an issue, we are not part of this people, which is what is happening to us. Because our leader MNK asked, who are my fathers? Before his father passed on, he said, which country did my father belong? Since my father is older than the country you are telling me to keep as one, does my father fall from heaven? So this man now, when he should win 2027, our prayer again is that God should harden his heart. Since over the years we have not been able to understand, to read the handwriting on the wall. Now let people, I've called Igbos Catholics. People that do science, they don't know what catalyst means. He will be part of reaction, but the resultant of the reaction, he will not be there. And he does two work, either to speed up the reaction or to reduce the reaction. Since we the Igbo have become a catalyst in Nigeria, I don't even know the one we are doing, whether we are speeding up or we are in terms of Nigeria sustainability, we are speeding, situating, balancing the sustainability of Nigeria. In terms of our quest, we are retracting in terms of our quest for freedom, we are in our own form of catalyst. We are dragging the movement back. See factions everywhere. Now, the recent one that happened, the apartheid during Mandela, is it only Mandela that spoke for apartheid regime? If my memory still serves me right, and people that are much acquainted with the history, we were told that there are many groups that were speaking, but they never attacked each other. They were all speaking to one thing. They never attacked their brother. But in our own time and our own situation now, we thrive, we enjoy in attacking our brother. And you will see the person in his full chest or her full chest bring out here, sit balance, and be antagonizing his brother, your fellow slave. And you'll be priding over it. We have to wake up. We indeed have to wake up. So our prayer should be, let this man win, and let that God who go become higher like Pope. Ya pochio bia. Go away, Messi do week. Oh, we Messi do week. Can do go see here. Na ha chozi. Ibuwan. Then, can they have on the first lecture when they went to Biafra? Na ha abiano Messi mana now. Na enwe ka esi eme na ndị lemi adị emete ka obodo adịghị mma ka ọ ghọrọ n'okpuru ndị nze ndị be anyị kwuru onye ọbụla alakpụzie biko mmiri onwe m taa aka onye nwetara ekwuola m ya ọ bụrụ na onye mata ihe ọgụ nwere onwe a nwere ị mara ọrụ niile ị na-arụ today ma ndị na-eti mkpu wowowowo ma ndị na-afụ ụzọ na-enwebeghị ụzọ ịfụrụ na mbọsị ọbụla e declare that sovereignty na mbọsị ahụ ka a ga-akpọ gị for that ife ụzọ ga-anwa. Because isi na ị chọrọ inweta obodo ihe eme ka ọ dị mma ọ mgbe ka ọrụ ya adị. America today is 200 plus years. They've not gotten it right. And our the specimen I run is like our government now copied everything from US. The names of our department is the same thing as US. It has taken them 200 years, and people that are fighting for this just assume that maybe when Biafra come, as only said is the last miracle, angels will fall from heaven and come and deal with us. No, reserve your energy. Do things collectively to get what we are looking for. All this your expertise, all this your investigative people that call themselves, they are non-journalists. Reserve it. The one work, the heavier work is up front waiting for you. That's why I say our plan should be, let all of us get this thing when we still have much strength, and not when you, Uncle Chu, who cannot see 80. And when you get me with that time, oh, you got the happy rejoice, yeah. You get me with a good paper. Me just in a this long while, like and well, Mazi, Ogu, all this Ogu high BP. Obu high BP. He and what one underline the old age sickness. But I want here now, it's ị ga-afụkwa na ewerego ịkụ ugbo onye ndị Ebonyi na ha na-akụ ugbo na ha nwetara ezigbote ala na-akụ ugbo akọpụta enwezigote that time asị gị na rice ahụ akọpụtara na ọ bụkwa na that rice na ị ga-eri nwuzi ya because of your health, because ọ bụghị mumbo jumbo a na-eme na Nigeria ha ga-eme every month you walk in. That is what we believe. You walk into the medical district center, to live a life, because we are not going to be on belief. Faith, they will write off faith in Biafra. You preach, you do it. We work with the fast in Horanya, because you couldn't your brain to do. So, and when you get about Mamoto job when you do that, you get one possible thing, baby laga, a para here and I can let shake. If Funka or Buzon on say, you get in here. That is what people should do. Maybe that time in Ozio or Brupe Pakegalago. Pon Magabeg, de la Vendo, go to paper, and money heleme, Kokora, Uma Daisy. So that's what me I do say, and that's what I pray for myself. When I walk in the country, I live, there are some countries in them where the police, Buniro Kahano, in the Lana station, Bundi retire grow, in the business. That's how Biafra is going to be. Although Hebrew VIP, people will be against free service. You apply against reserve soldier. People are not seeing that. I don't even know. So it's easy to piss me off. But for what? I have said it. Until the day we come together and the revolution is happening. You know, I made mention of this Armageddon war. If they try, the second coming of Jesus Christ will start. If they not try Traore, they allow Traore to move on. A state will come with the speed Traore Jaga. Full blown war, they Greg the West, they are land there was Africa. And in the Bayer Mari, Harbor, because in my battle of World War before, they may declare Hannah World War. Or now going to declare World War, call that war the fight. No, World War was a form of only that opportunity, and maybe attack his enemy. I think now the war is in flames. If we continue to become this slavery in Nigeria, and we have such outbreak of such disaster, all these people are on the planet, they will have that, they will use that opportunity to deal with our people, because our people born no kaiji. Majority of us born ojuano kaiwu. So onye dey mekwe nke o dey eme ya na agbakọkwa ahụ ime politics ebe ị nọ imekwe geopolitics gbakọ those things. Ịma na chọọchị mere anyị afụta politics as ihe ọjọọ, but now anyị emepegokwe ịma na politics the lowest definition of politics is just about your day-to-day activities. Mgbe ndị Bible ndị Igbo sị gị na jide ndị ugwu jide politics na ndị West jide na onwe ihe ha hapụrụ anyị ahịa. Today Allah clamp her down everywhere. Very hard to compromise. When you ask why will Vic Banner not talk, or God, when he tell you what is going through, you will know that for him to stay afloat, he need to shut up. But then we were telling them, come on, only believe the matter what I could do for majority of our people. They don't know. Now war. You see that war, I lose. Nobody should tell me no victor, no vanquish. We lost the war. They defeated us. If we go ahead, ndị nọ na media unu zibo oziọma ile emekwe nke go zibe na oziọma ụmụ anyị ghọta ebe anyị nọ pụtawa ogwu nwere onwe anyị na-ekwu okwu ya na ọ bụ ihe ọjọọ na ihe ga-adịrị anyị mma na ọ bụ ihe ọjọọ na ihe ga-adịrị anyị mma gabi nọsiara ndụ ala ị ga-anọ na adị gị na-eme okwu lịkalịka na-emegbuokwala ma ọ bụrụ na ihe kwuru n'ube eziokwu na onye nọ dị ọdasa na afọ ile eme ị ga-anọzikwala afọla na-emegbu nwa gị ị mara na nwa gị nwụrụ with joy n'ihi na ihe niile dị mma ị nidiho na nwa gị ga-apụta sị ya chọrọ na ya ma ịbụ onye Imo steeti nwa ga-asị na ihe ya gụrụ na ya laikiri iji Ebonyi steeti saịdị Ogoja ị bịa sị ya chere ka isi work on your connection mara ma ọ ga-enwe soft landing. No, these are the country we want to build. Nwa gị nọkọta ọsị na unu nwere na ego nwa na ọsị na ya nwere moto na ya chọrọ ije tụọ Ebonyi ọ start moto ya from Abia jebe ọ bụghị ojekọta n'ụzọ kidnap eburu ya o nwere ebe o ruru ajụbụ ya ego. That is the country we are looking for. Onye Anambra can go, governor will not come outside and say that the land constitution is done. It's Abraham and Beria. But you are pushing for Igbos to come together. Same thing that is happening in Africa. When it hits up as it's heating up now, the system has corrupt system. You see, their chief, their security chief are taking people killing someone in their community. Is foreigners. When the foreigners, all they say, they go on. Foreigners are killing you. When the foreigners, but you want them to repatriate Simon for you. You want them to use Unam to do Krishi. But foreigners, you didn't arrest the foreigners. Foreigners, they have no name. The ones you caught, you have rehabilitated them. You have pushed them back to society. Who is feeling you? Let us come back to our senses. Let us put things in perspective and know what we want. Choeweji ketachika salasa before itiri agba ewoji na itiri aburo ihe atakata ofe ihe ọkwakọrọ m n'ọnụ jisi ike nwanne mmadụ netwọk na-eme ihe sọrịa pụta gala anwa so tere onye ọbụla.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Lakonya Wetere. You have spoken well. I appreciate you for your constant support on the cause of Biafra. Thank you so much. May Chukwu Okike continue to strengthen you. May Chukwu Okike continue to strengthen every Biafran that is
watching this program wherever you are watching from. Today, as we all know, is sit at home and Biafra land is under lock and key. Our reason for sitting at home is to demand the unconditional release of all the Biafran political prisoners in the Zoological Republic. It's a day we demand mostly the release of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we have achieved a lot through this very sit-at-home exercise. It is the sit-at-home exercise today that have given our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the boldness and confidence and safety that he has today. And I bet you more is going to be achieved as long as we continue to do what we are supposed to do, as long as we continue to pursue the restoration of Biafra, continue to support the best way we can, we are going to achieve our aims. When we talk about freedom, it is for you, it is for me. Don't say it is not happening because it has not happened in your own village. When we come online and we say that there is war in Biafra land, some of you think it is a joke because they have not called you abroad and tell you that your village has been taken over. Because you have not been called and told that your family member is gone. Because it has not affected your friend or you indirectly. You ignore it and you think it's not happening. It is going to happen. It's a question of time. It's a question of time. People who were victors yesterday, many of them are victims today. People who were victors day before yesterday they are victims. Some people that are victors today will be victims tomorrow. And those who will be victors tomorrow will be victims next tomorrow. It is just a question of time. It is going to get to everybody if nothing is being done. If nothing is done, it is going to get to everybody. That is why we must do something and stop complaining. Support the United States of Biafra under our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, under the leadership of the Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Govt, support your own freedom. Our leaders have done a great job by redeclaring Biafra on the 29th of November 2024. And today we are pursuing recognition. All you have to do is to do your own part. Support with all your mind, with all your strength, with all your wealth. Put your money where your mouth is. The Janjaweed are there. You know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was telling us they are coming. They are coming. They are coming. They are coming. Today, they are already on the ground. The only area that is a little bit protected today is Biafra land. Oduduwa land is taken over as we speak. You can't hear it in the media. The media will not tell you about this. But Oduduwa land today, the terrorist group, Bakachua, are in charge of Oduduwa land and they are running speed to take over. The northern part of Nigeria is already in their hand. Does your government, federal government care? They don't care. Nigerian government don't care. They are the sponsors. They are fully involved. You see why you must wake up. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done his part to alert you. And Mazi Simon Ekpa establish a structure for defense. Our duty today is to sponsor and support Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Deputy Prime Minister, to make sure that that structure I put in place remains effective and continue to stop the terrorists from taking over our land. My fellow Biafrans, a word is enough for the wise. Everyone in Biafra land that is participating in the sit at home, I appreciate every one of you and I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will guide and protect everyone that is sitting at home in Biafra land today. We will remain consistent and there is no going back. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every Biafran, wherever you are and you are joining us on this program. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect you. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect everyone that is making contribution in one way or the other to see that this restoration and recognition becomes fully in the view of everybody. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. If you have not shared this video, share this video. Let the world know that we are not giving up. It does not matter how they attack us. We are not giving up. We just started. And I want you to know you must expect more difficult days ahead. Prepare yourself, tighten up your belt. It's either Biafra or nothing. There is no going back. May Chukwu and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orebweze. Continue to pray for her for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. May Chukwu and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. Wherever he is in the territory of the enemy, may Chukwu and protect him, grant him strength, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and give him that grace to overcome. As Biafra has already overcome, he shall overcome, and he will join us very soon. We pray for our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as they are dragging him front, back, left, and center. Victory is ours, that we know. May Chukwu continue to give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more strength, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Continue to expand his word. Continue to give him victory in the territory of the enemy. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I appreciate everyone that have participated in this program. See you again tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu. Stay blessed and see you. Remain blessed. Bye-bye.
Na wana na mose vive na kiti enui na tulaje bwana mabuli vemelem kuja atibe kuna tulane bovo timalugo no nugo do koko do nyano be hule Dani mona tulilu na ya kalakala kwa lerinu mwangulu ngula matali wanso jere futa mbaka njuba diali ama abulezi okwenu na bakala keluego nezi enwe n'ụbọchị akala keluego n'udezi maka na ababa n'ụwa aralu n'unuteyi ụmụ Biafra kụnyenu ụmụ Biafra kụnyenu ụnanụkwara igbe ọnọdụ ụlọ mọnọ n'ezi bịa kenenu ọnọdụ enu lila tọnọ na ndagwurugwu senyi tọnọ n'ugwu gbadata ka anyị were ofu obi wee nataba n'ụba anyị maka na anyị ụkọ n'ụwa milion wee gba ọfụfụ ma ha bụrụ eziokwu enyi n'aka ndị kwọta mmiri ka Ekpa gwajasi enyi ka ka ezu ezu ọpa bụrụ ebe wee rụta mmanụ ụmụ Biafra kụnyenu ka anyị were ofu obi wee nataba n'ụba anyị maka na ofu obi ya maka mma na anụgo n'onwe ụmụ Biafra na ekele unu niile nke a bụ nke anyị nwa adati na ijele nwanyị bịa kenemi ọkwa gị bụrụ okwu ekele n'afa ndị otu Biafra is our hope and the Biafra is our religion nke ọ dị na nwata chi eze amụrụ n'obi bụ onye iwere ya kwesị ya kene arụ gị adụba egwu Chukwu ike member one of Biafra land among them. My fundy mochi the baby the beach the mountain. I was a good word in my libonine. The word in my lobia from you. To make what you cool. Papa gets a can logi Filippo F. Young. I was a one walker who look kusi na Biafra kunye. Na ya bo Biafra ya tolugo enata. Na bolo na ya bo Biafra kuigo. No kwa gole nwata na kala ele. Abagise kana logo nyendu manzi nande kanu. Amadike Biafra kedede. Amadike Biafra bianulo.
She has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of
Pagibo foye tilindilo badamula unis.
Accused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to NJC for personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them this is what is this is what happens. Nobody wants to do that's the problem. They sent her to my case. So
the Biafran government they know na exile cabinet na chukunanda na ya gba unu baka no ya sulo bi ya to kai maluge nu jisi onike kana lo mo di Biafran liberation army umu chukwu the agents of Biafra land be the great oracles of Biafra na no anu weke no na ma na no jisi kenan atugo ya ba rume omo chukwu ne ase kana the prime minister H.E. Mazi Simon Weba abuzi kwa batobi atwale le omo Biafra bianulo anonganga piotembe wile name
then I just show you, you will not see.
Yes. Mwana kwa mobia kenelio, odagiri dimu. Ose fulu dilo bianulo nuwe. Makwale na kosa de maranya. Mweji mwagu konyilo sino de lonka sojilo yatiji sojilo wewalaso. Muzikwe wabatobi. Ogada gidi kebia nulu. Mweji wekwala niyo. Nine tukunyele di Biafra na nulu. Nuna beke nege. Asimuna adele di Biafra ni le namo. Asị na ọ ya dịrị unu niile na mma. Ndị anyị na-akpọrọ nwa elu wutere anyị wee rie nne. Ma ndị anyị na-akpọ na ndụdonu n'ọnwụ. Maka na mgbe na-abọ ka ekwe na-agbọ dike. Ọgbọ ya na ndụ, ọgbọ ya n'ọnwụ. N'obi ife onye edebeli na-edere n'ụwa ma abụla ife emeleme. A good legacy will last forever, my believe, and the remembrance of my beliefs you.